what was your first impression for meeting Alia Bhatt? What did you think? Like, how will Alia Bhatt be?
The first time I met Alia was actually when I was 16 or 17 years old. Yeah, because she used to be in the same school that I was in, and I was house captain. So I was
Jamna Bai.
MG, yeah, Jamna Bai. So I was house rep, and I was the one kind of part of the entourage of people who was escorting her inside when she came. So this is one of the first few things that I told her, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Going in, I wasn't scared of how she will be. I was just scared of me messing up in front of her.
But then I'm sure you might have read articles after Archie's where, journalists were like, and when people were saying that the next superstar is Vedang. Tell me one thing, doesn't that add up pressure on you in any way?
Yeah, I think I put pressure on myself regardless of anything that I'm doing because I want to be the best version of myself every single time I'm taking up a new challenge. However, I can't take these things too seriously. I appreciate the love, I really do, and I appreciate these comments because it's nice to be complimented and be validated. But I can't take these things too seriously because I know I'm only 2 films old and I'm not I haven't proven myself at all, and I have a long way to go.
Hi, this is Asta Tripathi and welcome to Awesome TV, which lets you be simply awesome. Today we have with us Vedang Raina. Of course, we know his performance in Jigra was phenomenal. We all loved his acting, and we did not expect that after his debut we will see Vedang directly in Jigra, but that needs a lot of Jigra Vedang. But yeah, bang on, you were great. How are you doing?
Good. It's a weird time for you to see your film release because you work on this project for so long and then it's out there for the people to see. That feeling is odd, but yeah, there's been a lot of love, and people have somehow my performance is passed, I'd say. So yeah, I'm really happy about that.
See, talking about your performance, one thing I must say that it has a lot of hard work, I am sure, but it has also affected your mental health while the jail sequence and many more sequences. How did you deal with that?
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah, I've said this before somewhere, but I don't want people to think that I'm some sort of a method actor who puts myself through this like turmoil to get into the skin of the character. It was just that also because it's the first time I'm doing a role like this. Also, the first time I ever cried on camera. So I wanted to put myself through some sort of, to kind of access that emotion. I put myself through something which I realized was taking a toll on me, and then I immediately realized, okay, this is not the way to go and there's better ways to do these things. So yeah, there was like a day or so where I was locked myself in the van, and I thought, okay, maybe if I cut access to like everyone, maybe then I'll feel this emotion and kind of bring that out. And I'd say it worked, but I don't think it was worth the trade-off. So yeah, it's me kind of finding my own process as an actor, and me it's only my second film, and maybe I'll realize, okay, this works for me and this doesn't work for me in my third film. So yeah, some days were hard, but overall it was just such a nice warm environment on set that it was all okay.
When did you audition for Jigra? Was it before your debut or after your debut?
So this was before my film released. It's a film I didn't audition for, which actually I was taking a lot of pride in that, but people kind of mistook it, I think, because like I've auditioned all my life, right? And I've auditioned for 3 years before Archie's, and Archie's was the first thing that landed. And the only way I knew that anything could come to me was through that process. And even after Archie's, I finished shooting Archie's, and there was one cast announcement that was out, and I went back to auditioning, and I went back to being rejected. So I went through that also. I think only thing was that there was some leverage of my name being out there with the Archie's trailer out and the cast announcement out. And I guess some eyes came that, okay, this is a new boy coming up in the scene. So I think what shifted for me was from the auditioning process. It became more about meeting people, which was a new concept to me, like meeting directors, meeting producers, meeting writers, and they're like, we can collaborate on something together. So Jigra was one of those things. I'd come to the office to meet a director, not Vasan sir, but he happened to be there. So I met some other director, and Vasan sir was there, and he happened to meet me. And I think he saw something about me that maybe struck a chord with him for the character, and it went from there. I mean, I think I'm the luckiest man on the planet to get that film, because I know it's not easy to get a project, especially on this scale. And after Archie's, I never thought I'd get a project before the film releases. So it happened before the film released, and luckily, I was shooting even before Archie was out.
But then I'm sure you might have read articles after Archie's where, journalists were like, and when people were saying that the next superstar is Vedang. Tell me one thing, doesn't that add up pressure on you in any way that now I have to like deliver my best because already people are writing and yeah.
Yeah, I think I put pressure on myself regardless of anything that I'm doing because I want to be the best version of myself every single time I'm taking up a new challenge. However, I can't take these things too seriously. I appreciate the love, I really do, and I appreciate these comments because it's nice to be uh, complimented and be validated. But I can't take these things too seriously because I know I'm only 2 films old and I'm not I haven't proven myself at all, and I have a long way to go. So yeah, I think for me, I personally thrive under pressure. So to take some sort of pressure on myself has always been a good thing for me. So hopefully that'll keep going on. But I don't take any pressure like star and superstar and all those things are not in my book. I don't understand it. My job is go on set and to act, and then the rest hopefully will follow.
What are your manifestations?
Manifestations is to just keep doing good work. Yeah, like I manifest that I'm doing projects that I really feel passionate about. I want to work with makers and people that I look up to and admire, and I think that'll put me in a really happy place in life. So I guess those are my manifestations.
Now comes the most common question. How was your work experience with Alia Bhatt? And can you just tell me, like, quickly 3 qualities you like and admire about her? And is she like cool, Gen Z? Does she give that vibe?
Cool Gen Z. The thing is, if anything, I don't know what Gen Z means, because even though I'm Gen Z, I've always told that I'm some old soul. This is a term that was coined by Vasim sir and Alia on this set, and I don't feel like I'm very Gen Z at all. And I don't know what this word means on me, to be honest. But if anything, she's like more chill and cool than I am. I guess I'm a bit more like calm and centered, and she has that spunk about her. But she's just a very, I mean, there's so many qualities I like about her. I think the one takeaway that I've had from my experience with her is that even though she is the star she is, she always makes sure that there is some sort of, like, the environment on set is such that there is everyone's good to each other. She makes sure of that, and she's also just such a warm person. Like, the love that she'll give to everyone is something that I've really taken away from working with her. And just as an actor, she's amazing. She's so giving. It's so easy being a co-actor with her because she makes your job easier and makes you look better.
What was your first impression, like, before meeting Alia Bhatt? What did you think? Like, how will Alia Bhatt be? And was the impression still the same after meeting her?
A really funny story, actually. I haven't said this before. So the first time I met Alia was actually when I was 16 or 17 years old. And because she used to be in the same school that I was in, and I was house captain. So I was
Jamnabai.
Jamnabai. So I was house rep. So I had to come. The council members had to come to school on the special sports day that we used to host. It was a sports day for children with special needs, and always for that day there used to be a celebrity guest that used to come. So the time that I was there, Alia was the celebrity guest, and I remember we were all like, "Oh my God, Alia Bhatt is coming!" And I was the one kind of part of the entourage of people who was escorting her inside when she came. So this is one of the first few things that I told her, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's quite crazy." And then I later found out that she was also in the same house that I was in when I was in Jamnabai. She was a senior of mine. We were never in the school at the same time, but I found out that she was in MG house. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, the first, I mean, I knew that I met her in Brazil also when I was promoting for Archie's, and she was there for Heart of Stone, and I briefly met her and I realized that, okay, she's like really like cool. She's so like chill as a person, and she's so sweet, and she really came to each one of us and said all the best for your performance, and don't worry about it, you guys are going to be so good. And I realized that she's just a really warm person. That was my takeaway. So going in, I wasn't scared of how she will be. I was just scared of me messing up in front of her. Like that was the worry, that I'm a newcomer, and like, if I mess up now, then all these veterans will think that they've cast the wrong guy or something. So I think that was the pressure that I was taking on myself. But yeah, she's the kindest soul. I always tell her that she's just the sweetest person ever.
Amazing. My last question would be, who has been your favorite co-star? I mean, Archie's had a big star cast, and then Alia Bhatt.
I
If I
can't
ask,
choose. I can't choose. I really can't choose. I mean, the people that like, I mean, Archie's was such a special journey, and all the co-stars were. I mean, we were like friends, like who were like learning things together and trying to make it. And that experience was very special, you know. Like I really can't choose. And working with Alia was like the best experience of my life too. Um, I'd be it'd be unfair for me to choose.
I know first project is always special, but thank you so much, Vedang. It was really nice having a conversation with you. Maybe next time on ground, so that we get to interact more. But
Absolutely.
all the very best, because Jigra is still doing well in the theaters. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, this is Vedang Raina, and you're watching me on Awesome TV.